World of sports, eh?
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
Bloody hell. What a start. That's a fabulous start. That is Wasted World of Sports. Ahoy. How's everybody doing? Welcome along Thursday Night Footy. Robert M. A big cheers to you, Robert M. For what would you say? It's not really rejoining, isn't it? Extending your stay as a channel member, supporting there from the stands. Robert M. Well, it actually said... Can't find it anymore. But it actually said there how long you've been a member. Thank you very much. Robert M., you were probably one of the first. 7 months. There you go. 7 months from the stands. Why are you putting quotes around mystery groin injury, Michelle? Do you know something we don't? Who's your caddy? Ahoy there, mate. All right, who else have we got there? Gamer Mel, ahoy. Robert M, continuing membership. Thank you so much for that, Robert. I'll run through the rest of the names very shortly. I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody in the chat room. Malcolm there, ahoy there, mate. Dean loves stuff, ahoy. UFC, of course, UFC and James and myself have been having a very, very interesting conversation before the stream. Chatting away over there we were. I saw Sports Fault there. Sports Fault. I still haven't forgotten you, my friend. I just need to find time to respond to your email. Same with you, UFC. I received those emails. I said on the stream that I would respond to them. I'd make an effort to respond to them, and I feel bad. I haven't done it already. It's been over a year, I almost said. It's been over a week. But yes, we'll get around to that, no doubt. How's everybody doing? Dean loves stuff. I subbed Dan. Thank you very much, Dean loves stuff. I just assumed that you were already. I shouldn't make assumptions. What is it they say? If you make assumptions, you make an ass out of you and me. I shouldn't make assumptions that just because you're active in the chat room and have been for quite a few weeks, that you'd subbed already. My bad. That's how they said it on the news, says Michelle. I think Michelle knows more than she's letting on, because we all know how much she loves Cameron Munster. But anyways, Wasted World of Sports All-Stars, thank you so much, each and every one of you, for jumping on there and clicking the join button that exists, apparently. James, the top super chatter on the channel. Am I talking really loud? I feel like I'm screaming. I'll try and calm down a little bit. I'm just very excited for this game because you know what happened. Anyway, let me go through the names first. Let's go through the names first. James, the top super chatter. Justo, the orchestrator. The knee crumbler. Rod. Dustin Fisher. Richard J. Hoosier Caddy. J. Joe. Casper Guri. Robert M. Mr. Ed's Dead. Vobsy. Kelly. DJ Shack. And D. Funk. Thank you very much for not joining the channel membership. Wasted World of Sports All-Stars. Taupo, ahoy there. Welcome along. How's the willow tree? Yeah, I'm very excited for this game because it felt like we had, 5 days in a row? Practically a working week. Well, it is a working week if you work a regular 9 to 5. basically a working week of footy over Easter, and then we had that time off. I made the post on the channel about what everybody gets up to in the downtime between games, and it's good to have a game back. Anyway, I'm excited. Thursday night footy, Melbourne Storm, Brisbane Broncos, a good game. Well, under strength, the Broncos are. Under strength t-shirts now available. poptoyourdrop.com.au, the official merchandise home of Wasted World of Sports. I really should get off my big fat anoosie and put some other stuff up there, really. Quite honestly. Okay, I'll be completely honest. I'll be totally honest. The poptoyourdrop.com.au thing, just so you know, that is not a Mandy Palmer, thank you very much for the sub. That is not an affiliated thing. poptoyourdrop.com.au, that's my business. I just have been lazy. Well, I'm probably being unfair to myself to say I've been lazy, but I just haven't got around to setting it up properly yet. All that's on there at the moment is Wasted World of Sports merchandise. So I can understand you probably go to it. And check it out and go, this looks like a scam. This looks like an incomplete store. Well, you'd be correct. It is an incomplete store because I haven't finished it yet. But it's a true thing. A true thing. Oh, you rolled the Cowboys, Robert, at home in the wet at Suncorp. You must be very proud of that. The Cowboys extra. Hang on, is Andrew O'Grady there? Because I'm about to badmouth the Cowboys. Muppet, ahoy there, mate. You got your shirt yesterday, so you're the one. Yeah, Robert M. Not convinced about that victory over the Cowboys. I tipped the Broncos in the wet weather purely because Adam Reynolds was going to kick them to death, and he did. But that's about it. The Cowboys tried to play their usual dry weather style footy in the wet, and Adam Reynolds just kicked them into the corners, peppered them with high balls. Drinkwater had a nightmare. A full-strength Melbourne Storm team in Melbourne. I've got to be honest, Robert, my opinion, purely my opinion, of course. I think you might be reading too much into that victory over the Cowboys. Gamer Mel says, any bets on tonight? Fabulous question. Storm to cover the line. The Storm are actually going to win by 13 plus, but I like to play it a little bit more safe and secure with my bets. So Storm to cover the line, which is only minus 5.5. Xavier Coates, anytime try scorer. Pappenhausen, anytime try scorer. And a little bit harder to pick where the Broncos' tries are going to come from. So I've just comboed Jesse Arthurs and Dean Mariner. Arthurs, Mariner linked up there in a combo, so I couldn't decide on who from the Broncos might score a try. So there we go. There's the bet. Oh, Will Warbrick's a good one. Sports Vault chiming in. Will Warbrick plus Coates on Bet365 for $5.50. Side note, Carrigan is at a whopping $17 for any time. That's probably because with Hughes and Munster coming back, the Melbourne defence is going to be pretty solid. One thing that could really throw a spanner in the works is the weather. I don't know what the weather's like. I must admit, I haven't looked into... I usually do my due diligence and suss out what the weather conditions are like. I haven't done it tonight, to be honest. Thursday night's very difficult for me. First game on Friday nights is very difficult as well because I'm so busy with work. I don't have the time to... See, this is why what needs to happen is Wasted World of Sports needs to grow to a point where I don't have to work anymore. This becomes my job. I could spend my day researching and doing videos about my research into that night's games. That could be what I do. See, there we go. We've got to get me out of work. How many subs would that take? Honestly, I don't know. Is anybody good with math? If anybody's good with mathematics, Sports Vault's probably good with math. I've bit my own tongue. In the process of general conversation, I have managed to bite my own tongue. Anybody who's good with maths, we could probably crunch the numbers. So, what are we at? We've got 1.6, 1.7 thousand at the moment. And I make roughly, the channel, I should say, not I. The channel makes roughly $3 to $5 off just YouTube revenue. So that's just organic YouTube revenue. I'm being totally honest here. I'm being completely transparent with the channel analytics here. So organically, $3 to $5 per video on 1.6. So if there's some way to do the math around that, if there's some sort of multiplier that we can figure out, okay, when would that become a wage, then I'd love to hear it. I'm terrible at mathematics. I mean, it took me years to figure out that 1 + 1 = 3. Years to figure that out. Sports Vault says if you cross-stream onto Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube all at once, I'd give it 6 to 12 months before it becomes big enough to live off. Well, funnily enough, we do cross-stream to Twitch at the moment. We do cross-stream to Twitch at the moment. Hello out there, Twitch. I just can't see. I don't have it set up properly. I need to set it up properly, and I definitely do need to delve into Instagram and the TikTok. Twitch is out there at the moment. I just don't see the chat room. I feel bad always because I'm never acknowledging the Twitches. The Twitches probably feel ignored out there. God, all right, that's a little bit better. I was feeling a little bit too bright. Here come the teams out for the game. Yeah, I'm pretty much UFC. When I make calculations, I pretty much don't factor in super chats, channel members, anything like that, because that's all extra. I'm only factoring in the base amount, the organic YouTube stuff. Ashley Klein's the ref. Oh, Christ. Okay, I've got to change my tip to the Broncos. Ashley Klein loves him some Queensland teams. Oh, well, that's all right. He's probably impartial to the Storm, being a Queenslander. You reckon? Could be a little bit impartial there for what is basically a Queensland team. Kaitsu, ahoy there. Can you join Discord for the upcoming WrestleMania this weekend? Certainly. Are you not still on there? Camera Monster, Jerome, hang on. Jerome Hughes? Yeah, Jerome Hughes is back. Camera Monster's back. This is the first time. This is the first time in 2024 that the Melbourne Storm have been full strength. Hamish, ahoy there, mate. Guardian of the couch. Ah, you made a new account. Right. Oh, the link's expired. Thank you for letting me know that. I had no idea. All right, we're underway. And Melbourne with first use of the ball. Katoni Staggs giving Munster a little bit of a rough up in the tackle. The home team with first use. Oh, I've lost my team sheet. Not that it matters. I get the names wrong anyway. Melbourne. Very crucial they get through their first set. They were disappointing last week. They had some big names out as Harry Grant scampers up the middle. Fifth and last, that's a good set. Hughes puts it high. Cobbo's underneath it and takes it for the Broncos, but solid start here for the Storm. Hamish says, Dan, for $40 we can play poker in Ark. And they have bells. Count me in. Count me in, sir. James asks if I'm pumped for WrestleMania as the Broncos bring it out beyond their 40. Up towards halfway, they go on tackle 4. I wouldn't say pumped, James, to be perfectly honest. I might get a little bit more excited as the weekend continues to roll on and we get closer, but yeah, I'm struggling, to be honest. Fifth and last, Reynolds puts it high. No pressure on Nick Meaney at the back. There should be no pressure on Nick Meaney because it's Ryan Pappenhausen who's taken it. Sports Vault AU, thank you so much there, mate. Welcome to the stands. Welcome to the channel membership, of which, honestly, the only thing you get is your name on the All-Stars field and a jersey of your choice. So who do we put there for you, Sports Vault? Who's your team as the Storm go through the hands? But cutting back in field is Sean Blaw. Losing their shoes is the new pants falling down, DJ Shaq. Fifth and last, Melbourne complete another set. Oh, the Newcastle Knights. There you go. I was small factoid, Sports Vault, that being comparatively new to the channel. All the regulars know this because I speak about it constantly, but I was actually born in Newcastle. So there you go. Gamer Mel, she's back. Guess who's back? Back again. Broncos up to the 40 on tackle 4. Both teams just trading sets at the moment. Gamer Mel, she's back from the stands. The kick down to Xavier Coates. He takes it on the full. Both teams just trading sets at the moment. Nathan, please can me watch live? I don't want to see your face. Have you ever heard of KO Sports? You can pay for that and watch it. Melbourne up over halfway. Pappenhausen in midfield. Beats one. He's dragged down. The scrambling defense of the Broncos. Fifth and last. Hughes puts it high. Pressure on this kick chase. Melbourne are up for it. No, it falls for the Broncos. Dangerous stuff here because that is a very, very quick backline that the Broncos have. And Jesse Arthurs is brought down just shy of the halfway line. They get a 6 again. Reynolds dummies a kick. I don't know why anyone would fall for that on tackle 0. And nobody did. Another set restart here. Oh no, that was just the replay screen. Ringing the bell again. Ivan Storm, ahoy there, mate. And a loose play the ball. And Ashley Klein calls Tristan Saylor for the sloppy play of the ball. Do the Broncos challenge? Probably not. But what happened there all the way back to that kick from Jerome Hughes, the high ball? Nick Meaney was nowhere near it. But yes, Sports Vault, thank you very much for joining. Rod, ahoy there, mate. Through the hands now with good set play. Pappenhausen in space. Melbourne up over the 40. That was great work there from Pappy. Jackson Tevan, welcome along. Let us watch. Let us watch, says Jackson. KO Sports, Jackson. KO Sports. I think it's only $10 a month. Don't be a cheapskate. Tackle 4, Melbourne on the attack. Hughes, pop pass, and it's spilt. And now Tristan Saylor spills it. He's got the butterfingers tonight. But playing advantage. Melbourne with the first knock on. It'll be a Broncos scrum. Justo, the orchestrator, ahoy, mate. Scrum down, Adam Reynolds with the feed. I've also got to keep an eye on. I've got to keep a cheeky eye on my baseball multi at the moment, by the way. So if I do seem distracted at any point, I can let you know that's what I'm doing. I'm sussing out the baseball multi. This is a good opportunity to check because the Broncos just bringing it out from their own end. Not a whole lot going on. Ezra Mam down the left-hand side. Space not opening up. Got to keep an eye on that. I've been making some big money on the baseball. Well, fifth and last, and Carrigan nearly spills the ball. Does extremely well to hold on to it. Inside ball, the space nearly opens up for Jaden Hunt. And he's brought down. 20 out from the line. Good defense from Melbourne. I tipped the Storm. Absolutely, Ivan, I did. Melbourne Storm, full strength. Hughes and Munster back in. Full strength for the first time this season. It'll be a tough sort of opening 40 to 60 minutes, but Storm to win quite comfortably in the end. They're making a lot of meters up the middle here, Melbourne, tonight. It feels like every time I turn back from the chat room, they're just storming up the middle, so to speak. I really didn't mean that. Jim Favre, ahoy there. Tackle 5, 30 out from the Broncos line. Hughes puts it high into the corner. Pressure. Tapped back from Melbourne. It falls. They've got the ball. Looking for the offload. There's Pappenhausen. And Pappenhausen's caught. 5 meters out. Oh, they're looking threatening though, Melbourne. Broncos supporters are starting to get the squeaky bums. Melbourne are looking good. Early days, though. Early days. 10 minutes gone. Look at Pat Carrigan's hair. Flying behind him in the breeze. Tristan Saylor had a really good start last week. It'll be good to see him play well again. Fifth and last, up over halfway. Walters to Mam on the left. Mam taking some kicking duties tonight. He places it perfectly. Pappenhausen gets across to take it. And it's a good kick chase. Interesting to see. Very interesting to see Ezra Mam taking on more kicking duties. I wonder what that's all about. Quentin Paul put dollars on Warbrick anytime try scorer. Connor Crowley, is this match on TV in Ireland? I honestly have no idea, mate. I'm honestly unfamiliar with Irish television. Fifth and last, Hughes is going to go on a run. Jerome Hughes goes straight through the middle. Oh, they are killing the Broncos up the middle of the field. The crossfield kick just needed the bounce. And Remus Smith can't get his hands on it. Well, he did, but he lost it forward. Oh, they are just destroying the Broncos up the middle of the park at the moment. Jerome Hughes, fifth and last, goes on a run. And the space just opened up. What's going on in the Broncos' middles? There is no defense to speak of. Off the hook there, but some really alarming signs with just how easy the Storm. They're just rolling up the middle of the Bronx at the moment. $15 out from their own line. The Broncos trying to do the hard yards out of territory again. Junior Ludds, ahoy there, mate. You never get used to Irish TV. Carrigan takes tackle 4, draws in 3 defenders, holds on to the back of the shirt of Munster. Through the hands, Broncos looking to stretch them. And into space again goes Jesse Arthurs, trying to use their pace. Fifth and last. 40 out. Forward pass there from Reynolds. Another forward pass from Hunt. Neither one of them called. And the kick is intercepted. A kick plucked from the air by Jerome Hughes, who is having an absolute blinder in this first 12 minutes. So Melbourne are just rolling through the middle of the field, but Brisbane using that left-hand edge pace to create some opportunities. Stolen in midair there from Jerome Hughes. 6 again here for Melbourne. They're over halfway. Ahoy there, Angie Luranagi. You're back. Watching from PNG. Through the hands now and space out wide. Will Warbrick taken down in a great legs tackle by Jesse Arthurs. From dummy half goes Pappenhausen. Ezra Mam, had he retreated? Yes, says the referee. Harry Grant in at first receiver. Fires a terrible pass over to Hughes. Hughes puts the kick in for Munster. It pops up for Cameron Munster, but he can't ground it. Oh, they are just threatening to rip the Broncos to shreds here, the Storm. The bounce of the ball just not falling their way. Oh, the Broncos look flatter than a... flatter than a... I don't know. Chat room, what's something extremely flat? Well, this is going to be a goal line dropout. Reynolds goes short. Perfectly placed, but Melbourne come down with it. 10 metres out. Full set of 6 here for the Storm. Flatter than a swimmer's chest. Nice. Nice one, James. Mine was really morbid. What I had in my mind, it was extremely morbid. Intercepted by Ezra Mam. Mam's away. Can they get across to cut him off? We know he's got speed. Oh, but Xavier Coates is there. Ezra Mam stops, waits for support. The support is from Selwyn Cobbo, who has no pace, as we saw the other week. Front football here for the Broncos. Ezra Mam with the try-saving intercept. And now through the hands. They must score here. They must score. And it's Dean Mariner. It's a tick off the multi. Completely against the run of play. Broncos looking to tear up the Storm, says James, with a completely against the run of play intercept. Ezra Mann with the intercept. A tick off the multi, nice and early. A great finish from Dean Mariner. A try-scoring machine, that bloke. You can't rely on intercepts all game, though. They're getting killed up the middle, the Broncos. And they've offered nothing on attack themselves. You can't rely on intercepts all night to win a game. Four points to nil. Kick to come from right on the sideline. Adam Reynolds. You would back him in most days of the week. Unless it's a grand final, then you wouldn't back him in for the for the conversion. Broncos aren't making any meters, James. Are we watching completely different games? The Broncos are getting ripped to shreds up the middle. I think James might have a replay on from previous years. The Storm are just moving at will up the middle of the field. UFC says Broncos are driving hard through the middle. Okay, I'm starting to think I've got a different game on. It's been literally all Melbourne and then an intercept against the run of play. Otherwise, the Broncos haven't looked likely. That's the game that I've been watching. The conversion successful. By the way, in amongst all that. Okay, now you're just purposely... Now the two of you are just purposely trying to mess with me now. The only meters the Storm are made is against the run of play. Okay, now that one was just too obvious. Now I know they're just trying to mess with me, these two. The kick down to Pappenhausen. Carrigan grabs him around the collar and then has a nice little sensual stroke of his leg. Did anyone see that? Carrigan had a nice little rub of Pappy's leg there. That was extremely sensual, that was. Karma Chameleon draws in three defenders, takes it up to halfway on tackle 4. Grant from dummy half. Out to the right they go. Hughes takes them on. Chickens, ahoy there. Fifth and last, Munster puts it high. Oh, it's a little bit too deep. It's a wonky old kick. Taken at the back under no pressure. And the Broncos now have it 20. That was a disastrous kick from Cameron Munster. UFC says chickens here. Soon eggs will arrive. Well, I guess we've answered the question. What comes first, the chicken or the egg? Tonight, it was the chicken. Oh, Rod, he's back again. Through the hands now on tackle 4. Saylor, he's wrapped up and driven backwards. Forces the pass, and he's lost it, surely. He's called held. Fifth and last. Rod with the donation, 250 Filipino peso. Pressure on Reynolds to get the kick away. Oh, he does extremely well, Reynolds. Pappenhausen brings it back for Melbourne. 21 and a half minutes to go. Broncos leading 6-0 completely against the run of play. Completely against all the momentum. Despite what the chat room says. Grant now catching some lazy markers. Thank you very much, Rod. Cheers, mate. And a penalty for baldness, says Ashley Klein, I think. Oh, pressure on neck. Okay. I thought he was signalling a penalty for baldness. Rod says some coins for the multi for this weekend, which, of course, we have one tick already down. Storm put it into touch. 30 out from the Broncos line. Looking to strike back. Karma Chameleon. Big charge. Oh, he's pumped off Billy Walters. Oh, Tristan Saylor's falling over now as well. 6 again, and oh, they don't need 6 again. That was just a little bit too easy. Right up the middle goes Katoa. God, that was just way too easy. They are killing the Broncos in midfield. And that try was just way too simple. Eli Katoa. Defense non-existent there from Ezra Mam. 6 points to 4, kick to come. As easy as that. The Storm just rolling through the middle of the Broncos once more. James says Storm score against the flow of play. Oh! Yes! Another leg of the baseball multi done. Cash out currently suspended while they update the odds. I'll come back to you in a minute with what the fresh cash out offer is. But that's another leg down. I tell you what, get into baseball. If you're not into baseball, get into baseball and follow me. I'm the bloody Pied Piper of baseball multis. I swear to God. Terrible at the NRL multis, but great at the baseball. Maybe I'm streaming the wrong sport. Conversion successful from Nick Meaney from right beside the post. 6 points all. 18 and a half minutes to go to the halftime break. So what do we reckon, chat room, as the Broncos kick off? What do we think of all this talk, all this discussion about the kickoff? There's a lot of discussion about the kickoff being removed from rugby league. Another penalty here to Melbourne. And replaced with a tap. It'll just be a tap start. Yeah, it'll be a 20-meter. It'll be a 20-meter start. 20-meter tap start. No kickoff. Braithen Astor on NRL 360 was fired up. I've never seen Braith so passionate about something. And it's funny, James says, see, it's turning into touch footy as Melbourne have it from the penalty. Tackle 1, 40 metres out from the Broncos line. Karma Chameleon in midfield. Oh, look at the metres in midfield. The Karma Chameleon. It's funny because Kenty, whether you like or dislike, through the hands, dummy in. Oh, give it. He needed to give it. Remus Smith had Xavier Coates unmarked outside. Threw the dummy and went on his own. Tackle 3. Coates, the try was gone begging there for Melbourne. We'll come back to that conversation next break in play. Grant to Karma Chameleon on the crash ball. A metre short now, Melbourne. They're on the attack again. Hughes, crossfield kick. Oh, Coates is out here. Coates is up. Xavier Coates scores. It's another tick on the multi. And it's another easy try here for Melbourne. If he's got it down, surely he's got it down. Ashley Klein sends it up as a try. And Melbourne just keep rolling on. Oh, Xavier Coates was up in the air for what felt like a lifetime. Who has he out-jumped here? Who has he out-jumped? Number 5, Dane Mariner. Dane Mariner's quick, but he can't jump. Well, he can't out-jump Xavier Coates anyway. Coates just hangs up in the air. Down he goes, plants it. Try time. 2 ticks off the multi. It'll be very curious to see what they're offering me for a cash out. What a try for Melbourne, 10 points to 6. Kick to come. 15 minutes 40 to go till the break. Well, has he got it down? Has he got the ball down? It's gone up as a try. We've seen nothing to overturn it at the moment. I'm just curious to see on replay. It looked like he actually planted it on Dane Mariner's ass. Initially, it's on Mariner's ass cheek. Have the Broncos perhaps managed to turn him? Let's have a look. This angle will tell us. It's gone up as a try. It'll be hard to overturn. And yeah, there we go. Try confirmed. Try confirmed. 10 points to 6. Kick to come. Yeah, so basically the conversation around the kickoff, which is absolutely ridiculous. They're talking about removing the kickoff from the game as Nick Meaney moves in, hooks the conversion badly. Shocking attempt. 10 points to 6 it remains. So right now, rather than having a kickoff and Melbourne running the ball back, the talk is Melbourne would just get a tap from their 20-metre line to restart the game. Come on. And it's funny because Paul Kent, whether you like Kenty or not, and a lot of people don't, but Paul Kent said, why don't we just put flags on the shorts? And instead of making contact and making tackles, you've just got to rip the flag off, which comes back to what I believe James says. James said we may as well make it touch footy. Anyway, here's the kickoff. It bounces up for the Storm and they bring it back into contact. $10 points to 6. Melbourne with the lead. Oh, we've got an issue here for Mariner. Mariner's clutching at his back. I wonder if that's from the competition in the air there. There's a subject for the Generations podcast, recent rule changes. Well, Rod, as if you are an oracle, sir. As if you are on the same wavelength as us here at the Wasted World of Sports. Guess what we're talking about on Sunday for the Generations podcast? We are talking about the change in rules. We're going to be talking about the short dropout rule change. We're going to be talking about the obstruction rule change. We're going to be talking about the potential kickoff rule change. As Melbourne go high, the ball falls for Broncos. They're 5 out from their own line. 14 minutes to go till halftime. Yes, the old Panther and I will be discussing all things rule changes. It's almost as if Rod's seen our worksheet. Mariner looks like he's coming off the field. That could be a big loss for the Broncos. So yes, that will be Sunday before the game. Oh, cut out pass, creates some space for Jesse Arthurs. He's got some speed. Puts the kick back in field for some more speedsters. It pops up for Ezra Mam, and Ezra Mam will score. The Broncos using their pace down that left-hand edge. Absolutely nothing on here. And then Tristan Saylor, pinpoint accurate cutout pass. The speed of Arthurs. The kick back in field pops up nicely. More ass than class, but they'll take it. Limitless education training. Ahoy there. Go Broncos. Justo the orchestrator. Yes, I need Pappy. Now got Ezra and Coates. Pappenhausen guaranteed try scorer before this night's over. Guaranteed. Reynolds from right in front. Over it goes. Sports Vault says, how many legs left on the Major League Baseball multi? Oh, it's not Major League Baseball. Cash out is still suspended. They're still updating. Yeah, we're still updating there. But I still need quite a few legs. UFC says how much for this one? I could cash out right now. I could cash out right now and double my money. I might do that, actually. I mean, I love doubling my money. Doubling my money is pretty much what I aim for each bet. 11 minutes to go till half time, though. If we get Pappenhausen, Jonathan Manson, ahoy there, mate. As the Broncos bring it outside their 30. Carrigan on a good run. And, spilt ball from Ezra Mam. Lucky penalty. Penalty Broncos. Late in the tackle count. Oh, that's rough. Not clearing the ruck. They can't be doing that, Melbourne. They can't be giving Ashley Klein an opportunity to give more ball to his beloved Broncos. Reynolds shows and goes. Out it goes to Mam. Mam feeds it on to Katoni Staggs. Tackle 2. 30 metres out. Mam tries to step, gets the offload back to Walters. Walters dummies and goes on his own. The dummy that fooled nobody. Carrigan, change of direction. He stands up the defence. Carrigan looking for the offload. Fires it back. A no-looker. A miracle ball. And Walters takes his second tackle in a row. Fifth and last now, Broncos. They're a metre short. Walters out to the right. It's a terrible pass. The Broncos, they get back and secure the loose ball. Mariner still on the field. Oh, they've got them. They've got them for numbers out to the left. Reynolds the kick in over the top. It's going to sit up for Arthurs. You want to talk about the very definition of more ass than class. There it is, the flukiest of fluky. They were done for there, the Broncos. Absolutely done on tackle 5. It was a shocker of a pass from Billy Walters. Mariner does well to run back into midfield. Mam with the pop pass. Reynolds, I thought, had made the wrong decision there because they had about 42 on 1 out to the left. But he put the kick in, and again, just using their pace. The Broncos just using their speed. Speed demons. The Broncos. Speed's not going to win you a premiership, though. James says, I swear Cobbo has gotten slower. Has he gotten slower, or have they just got faster around him? If you know what I mean. Because remember, Selwyn Cobbo was like the standout player for the Broncos, but now they've got Arthurs, now they've got Mariner. I think maybe the rest of the players have just got faster around him. He's probably the exact same pace that he always was. As Reynolds moves in, the conversion is on point. $18 points to 10, completely against the run of play. It has been all Melbourne. The statistics do not back up this scoreline. Back underway with a kickoff. A kickoff that should definitely be remaining in the game. I can't believe that there's even discussion about taking the kickoff away. Of all the things to remove from the game, kickoff is actually in consideration. Here we go. This is something to keep an eye on. The NRL debut of El Gigante. Tackle 4, Reynolds kicking from inside the 40. I don't know why the commentators are getting excited, because it was nowhere near a 40-20. It was actually closer to going out on the full than it was a 40-20. So here it is, the NRL debut of El Gigante. So this will be interesting to keep an eye on. I kind of remember going to rugby union. There was this gigantic, there was this just humongous human being that the Wallabies reckoned was going to turn around their fortune. His name is Will Skelton. They unleashed Will Skelton, and he was big, but he was a plonk. And once teams figured out how to chop him down, he offered nothing. So it'll be interesting to see here. We have a gigantic human being out on the field right now. But can he play? That's the question that needs to be answered yet. 6 again here for the Storm. Munster. The flat pass, perfectly placed, puts Blore into a huge gap. Tackle 2, they're 5 meters out here. Melbourne looking to strike back. Munster getting more involved now. At the back to Hughes. Pops it up, a short pass, and Katoa. 5 out from the line. Melbourne trapped in midfield. The Broncos defense races up. Hughes crunched in the tackle. 5th and last. Harry Grant from dummy half, and it's knocked dead by the Broncos. Goal line dropout incoming. This is a crazy game. Melbourne are just dominating every facet of the game but the scoreboard. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. There's Alfie. Of course, Alfie's on the field. Oh, he really wishes he was still playing there, Alfie. The short dropout, lost forward by the Broncos. Melbourne have it. 5 out from the line. 4.5 minutes to go till the break. Grant to Munster. Munster steps back in field. He's wrapped up by El Gigante. Liero, Trent Liero, 5 out, tackle 2. Grant runs across field, change of direction. Hughes to Munster. Back inside to Pappenhausen. Wrapped up on tackle 3. Pressure still on the Broncos defence here. Hughes is out the back. Oh, and it opens up in midfield. As easy as you like. Katoa gets a double. It's just too easy. It's just way too easy in midfield. This is what I'm talking about. The scoreline just beggars belief because Melbourne are just rolling the Broncos in midfield. And again, it was just a training run. Straight up the middle. Ezra Mam found out again in defence. They are just killing Ezra Mam's gap there. The luck of the bounce and the Broncos using their speed is the only thing that's got them in this game. As I said, more ass than class. Melbourne just rolling through the middle. Ezra Mam's defense completely non-existent again. J. Joe says thoughts on 42 plus. I think Melbourne are going to end up with 40 points of their own. So 42 plus. The way that they're just rolling through the middle of the field. Ezra Mam, he's quick, but he needs to learn how to tackle. (18-14). Nick Meaney needs to redeem himself with this conversion straight down the middle. 18 points to 16. It is just a missed conversion from Nick Meaney between them going into half-time. 2.5 minutes to go. I think Unders is in a lot of trouble, James. Unders could be in a lot of trouble. Moronic douchebaggery. Ahoy there, mate. Take Mam off. Back underway. Oh, this is close to the sideline. No, it's not. They fooled me. They fooled me, the cheeky buggers. Who's your caddy? Says, I think after half-time, Storm get on a roll. I agree, who's your caddy? I said that it would be close for about 60 minutes and then Storm run away with it, 13 plus. I haven't seen anything so far to change my mind. You can't rely on luck. You can't rely on luck for a full 80 minutes, and that's what all the Broncos have had so far is luck. There hasn't been one try that they've scored off set piece. It's all been luck of the bounce or speed. And speaking of speed, here goes Will Warbrick as Storm stretch them. They might get another one here, Melbourne. Munster inside the 30 to Hughes. Just settles play down. Munster's not happy about something. 1.5 minutes left till half-time. 20 out from the line here, Melbourne. On the attack again. Back to Grant. Hughes beats one. Still going, Jerome Hughes. 5 out from the line on tackle 3. Storm, they want more points before the break. Trent Liero dummies, goes on his own. 1 minute 15. They will get through this set. It's tackle 4. Where's Pappy? Grant puts the kick in. It's taken on the fall. What a ridiculous kick. Jerome Hughes has been taken out. Referee Ashley Klein says that's okay. We can't have my Broncos trailing at half-time, says referee Klein. And it's a 7 tackles at Jesse Arthurs nearly gets through. Oh, Jerome Hughes has been taken out there. Very lucky to get away with that, the Broncos. Jerome Hughes has been wiped out in the chase for that ball. Very lucky to still have 13 on the paddock here. Reynolds with the dummy. Oh, Reynolds is hurt because of course he is. Reynolds is hurt. They go to Reynolds. He puts the kick in off the hurt leg. And Melbourne through Munster recover the ball. But this is a big story developing here. Adam Reynolds is hurt. He's done. He knows he's done too. He just thumped the ground. Adam Reynolds just punched the ground in frustration. He knows he's done. Reynolds is done. Oh, this is massive. This is massive now for the Broncos. He's trying to walk it off, Reynolds. He's trying to walk it off, but he thumped the ground in frustration there. He knows he's done. As soon as he hit the turf, he clutched at the back of his leg. Oh, this is what is it, Michelle, that what is it that your mate says? Dan Canane, a big story developing here. Adam Reynolds limping off the field on the stroke of half-time. $18 points to 16 here, but Melbourne have been very dominant in every facet of the game except the scoreboard. The Broncos with 3 extremely lucky tries against the run of play. And very, very lucky to still have 13 on the field right now. Should have been a penalty right on the stroke of half-time. And a man in the bin for Jerome Hughes being escorted off the ball. He wasn't going to score, but he could have at least had a chance at it. I don't understand the point of having rules in place if they're not enforced. Hometown music, the Vincent Spears, ahoy mate. But the story of the half so far, or the story of the game so far after the first half, Melbourne are absolutely dismantling the Broncos up the middle of the park. And the Broncos are using their pace and getting the bounce of the ball fall their way. And a missed conversion is all that stands between them. Hometown Music says the Ricky Stewart interview was gold. It was great, wasn't it? He threw his entire team under the bus. Sticky Ricky and his Green Goblins. He just threw his entire team under the bus. I find it very difficult. I find it very difficult to see that they've got to be upset about that. I mean, copying a spray from the coach is one thing, but when the coach comes out to the media in a presser and says, our team is crap, you've got to understand that doesn't sit well with players. So I think the Raiders will really struggle this week on the back of that. UFC says, D-Cash, we still don't know what your multi will pay out. I can tell you, cash out is still suspended in the baseball for some reason. I don't understand that. This one, you mean? Oh, it's only a small one, this one. $117. Yeah, $117. They're offering me a $17 cash out off a $10 stake. I reckon Pappy scores in the second half, so we're going to let it ride. $10 stake, we're going to let it ride. It's all good. J. Joe asks if coaches announce they're trading sides next season like players do. They announce it in a different way. If anyone's noticed that when a coach comes out and says everything's all good and I'm committed to the club. Remember when Uncle Wayne was like, I'm committed to the club and blah, 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 blah. And then a couple of weeks later, it was announced that he was leaving. Happy to score in the second half. The game opens up even more. Absolutely, Rod. We're going to let the multi ride. 40 minutes for Pappenhausen to get a try. I mean, Melbourne are absolutely destroying the Broncos up the middle of the park. More tries will be incoming. you can't luck your way to a victory in 80 minutes of football. The Broncos are getting decimated. They either tighten up their defense. The bounce of the ball is not going to go their way 100% of the time. It has so far. It can't. Common sense just dictates it can't keep up for another 40 minutes. Especially if Reynolds is off. Who's going to do the kicking? Who comes on? That's the other thing. If Reynolds is off, we don't know that yet. He was just limping. He limped his way into the sheds at halftime. But if Reynolds is off, who comes on? Who takes on that role? Corey Oates? All right, Wasted World of Sports, halftime here. 18 points to 16. The Broncos, more arse than class at the moment, as I said. But Melbourne still looking good. Do not fret, Melbourne Storm fans. Melbourne were well on top in every facet in that first half. The scoreboard didn't fall their way, but there's a full 40 minutes to go. The Broncos can't get that lucky for another 40, surely. Even with Ashley Klein wearing their jersey underneath his referee's top tonight. But we'll see. Halftime here, 18 points to 6. Second half coming up after this. Waste of Water Sports halftime here, and the big story to come out of this game so far. I can tell you there was just a shot in the changing rooms. Adam Reynolds in tears. He still had his jersey on, but he was sitting in the chair in tears. It suggests to me that Reynolds is probably done for the night. Even though he didn't get changed, Reynolds is potentially done for the night. Why else would he be sitting in the chair crying? Unless he has suffered some sort of big injury. Not only will that rule him out for tonight, but perhaps long term, we need to keep an eye on that. I don't know. It's just, there it is. He was there in tears, sitting in the changing room on the seat with his head in his hands, crying. James asked if it's raining. It's been raining all day. Yeah, it's been absolutely bollocking down all day. I don't think it is right at this very moment, but yeah, we had a lot of rain here today in Brisbane. Rod says maybe someone called him a monkey. Now, Rod. Defunct. Ahoy there, Defunct. Defunct says, did his mum forget the oranges? JJo says if that's his year, would that be his career? I think he's playing on. I mean, well, we'll see. It might be when you sort of get to... I love how I'm talking about people that are younger than me as if they're old. But in rugby league years, yes, Adam Reynolds is old, in fairness. But, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, one injury, and it depends on the extent of the injury. And we don't know. We still don't know. I don't know anything. He might be back tonight. Michelle says it's been sunny half the day. Not over here. It hasn't been. We might not live far away from each other, but, you know, the weather's a funny old thing. It's been pissing down here all day long, non-stop. So it really depends. It really depends on the extent of the injury. It might make him rethink sticking around. Okay, Adam Reynolds is done. Official. It is now official. Adam Reynolds will not return due to a knee injury. It was speculation before, pure speculation, but now it is confirmed. Adam Reynolds is done for the night. Reynolds is done for the night. Why is Pat Carrigan spread-eagled on the seats? That's disturbing. What's for dessert, James? Is it some special brownies? I'd be keen for some special brownies. I'd also be keen for some Whiz Fizz. Does anyone remember Whiz Fizz? Michelle says he's out, knee concern. I'm pretty sure we just said that, but thank you. Thank you for relaying the information I just relayed. Killer B says maybe somebody called him a Rod. A Rodney? Is that what you're saying? UFC says, are you implying you would like pop brownies? Yeah, why not? I mean, just smoking some straight pot would be even better, but I'll take the brownies as well. Second half ready to get underway, and look what we're starting this half with. We are starting this half with a kickoff from the Melbourne Storm. All right, so Brisbane are suddenly without a playmaker. That makes their lead, despite it only being 2 points, that makes their lead crucial in this game, in my opinion. Critical. And a penalty here to the Broncos to start the second half. Oh, they're down Adam Reynolds, but don't worry. They've still got Ashley Klein. Penalty Broncos. Captain's challenge here from Melbourne. They're calling Ashley Klein out on his bollocks. He's given a penalty to the Broncos for an illegal steal. Hands on the ball, you always risk that call. You always, when you've got hands on the ball in a tackle, you always risk this call going against you. And I would say that's a clear stripping action from Sean Bloor. Sean Bloor, I think, is the one clear stripping action. Ezra Mann will take over the kicking duties. On halfway, Broncos with the ball. Oh, that's a very forlorn and dejected looking Kevy Walters up in the coach's box. It's going to be a long road here for the Broncos. So I'm curious to see who's actually come on for Reynolds. That's what we need to keep an eye on. Who's actually stepped onto the park for Adam Reynolds in injury? As the Broncos go through the hands down the right-hand side and into touch they go. Ivan Storm says, Billy, good defense there from Melbourne. Dragging the Broncos over the sideline. So Billy Walters shifts to half, eh? And Tyson Smoothie comes on to hooker. Is that how it works? Tyson Smoothie comes on. Billy Walters shifts out. Oh, it's going to be a long old night for the Broncos. Oh, wow. Melbourne with the ball. One out stuff. Gamer Mel says, do you think Pappenhausen will score? Yes, I do. There's a lot of tries incoming for... Oh, no. Christian Welsh, is it? Christian Welsh with the spilt ball. They've got no challenges remaining either. Yeah, Pappenhausen will score. Pappenhausen always scores. Scrum down here for the Broncos. Oh, poor Adam Reynolds. You got to feel sorry for him. Broncos on halfway, tackle one. James says scoreless second half, Dan. Well, I think the Broncos have got no points left in them. The Broncos have no points left in them with Reynolds off the field. Watch them score on this set now. Tackle four. 20 metres out from the line. They do have a chance here. Mam fires a huge cutout pass to Cobbo, who bobbles it. Fifth and last. 20 metres out from the line. Mam in midfield puts it high. Oh, it's a dead set shocker from Ezra Mam. Coates takes it. Penalty Broncos, of course. Oh, Ashley Klein's going to ride his team home here tonight. Ashley Klein with Reynolds off the field has got the whistle out. He's wet the whistle big time. And he wants to see the Broncos home tonight. It was a disaster of a kick from Ezra Mam. Penalty Broncos. Oh, they're not going to take the 2. They're going to tap and go. And another penalty to the Broncos. A loose carry from El Gigante. And it's a penalty right out in front. The Storm can't believe it. I can't believe it. Well, I wouldn't believe it if it were anyone but Ashley Klein. Ashley Klein and his cheeky Broncos jumper under the shirt there. A loose carry by the big El Gigante turns into a penalty for the Broncos. They knock back the 2. They want more. Well, why not? When you've got Ashley Klein in your pocket, why not go for more? Why not? Tackle 3, a metre short, right in front of the post. Big set of 6 here for Melbourne. Defensively, big set of 6. Walter steps, almost goes through. Gets the offload back to Saylor. Saylor bobbles the ball, holds onto it. Tackle 4. Tyson Smoothie, very confused, doesn't know which way to go. Carrigan in midfield is crunched and loses the ball. Huge defense from Melbourne. That is just massive. Massive defense from the Storm. Carrigan with the mistake. Oh, they're not captain's challenging this, are they? Oh, they are. Both teams have now just blown their captain's challenge early in the second half. So we are now challenge-free for the rest of the half. Absolute waste of a captain's challenge by both teams to start the second half. Straight from the Shane Watson School of Challenges. $18 to 16. 18-16. Just a missed conversion from Nick Meaney between the two teams. Melbourne with the scrum down. Big defense by the Broncos. The midfield defense stepping up. It needed to. It was atrocious in the first half. Time remaining for Munster. What do you mean? What do you mean, Ivan? Time remaining for Munster. Tackle 4 here for Melbourne. 40 out from their own line. Fifth and last, just shy of halfway. Hughes on the short side. Munster's not in the bin. Nobody's in the bin. It was just a penalty against him. Yeah, just a penalty against Munster. Penalty Broncos. Yeah. Tackle 2, Broncos. 30 out from their own line. The team's just starting to slow down, go set for set. Carrigan, 40 out from his own line. Taken on tackle 4. Broncos without a playmaker. Here's Ezra Mam on tackle 4. Kicks it straight down the gullet of Nick Meaney. I mean, it's not Nick... For Christ's sake, it's not Nick Meaney at the back. It's Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen offloads to Coates. Coates almost breaks through. Oh, Billy Walters. Surely that's a penalty. Billy Walters all over the play the ball area. Very lucky to not give away a penalty there. Melbourne looking for the quick play the ball on halfway. Christian Welsh holds onto the ball in the tackle. Good job. Munster, dummies inside, goes out. Hughes pops it up for Pappenhausen. Nick Meaney's got it. Slows. He's tackled. 20 out from the Broncos line on 4. Hughes out to the left. Grant. Liero and Christian Welsh again. Pops it out. Back to Liero. Liero goes forward. Fifth and last. Melbourne. 10 out from the line. Grant goes left. There's Munster. The crash ball to Katoa. Back to Pappenhausen. Grubber kick in behind the line, and the Broncos secure the ball. Great job there by Hetherington. The Broncos hold on. Centimetres out from their own line. Crucial set of 6 this. They can't give away any penalties. Do not give referee Bronco Ashley any opportunity to blow a penalty for Broncos, because he'll bloody find one. Tristan Saylor in midfield, wrapped up and crunched in the tackle. Meters hard to come by here for the Broncos. El Gigante offering absolutely nothing. 5th and last. Back it goes to Walters. Walters from inside his own 30 puts it high. Oh, the Storm let it bounce. That's dangerous. And it falls for Ezra Mam. Oh, more us than class again from the Broncos. How many... You don't get more arsey than this. The luck of the bounce is going the Broncos' way tonight, and it continues to. I said at halftime, it cannot possibly keep up. It cannot possibly keep up for the rest of the half, but apparently it can. More arse than class. The luck of the bounce. Ezra Mam collects it on his ball sack. You don't let the ball bounce. It's as simple as that. You don't let the ball bounce. UFC says, Daddy Cash, how you like them apples? You can't bet against luck, mate. It's as simple as that. You can't do anything about luck. It happens. I've never seen a team get so much go their way in one game before. Once again, Michelle, you can't do anything about luck. Sometimes the bounce of the ball just goes your way. It's been the very definition of more us than class so far tonight. They haven't structured a single try. Everything's been against the run of play or a lucky bounce. There hasn't been one single structured try from the Broncos. It's been pure luck. I don't know what to tell you. More us than class. You can't let the ball bounce. How many times do I say it? How many times? How many streams do I say? Do not, for the love of God, don't let the ball bounce. Anyway, Ezra Mam just swooping in and stealing that one like a primate swinging off a vine. Swooped on in there. More us than class. Broncos from what? The kickoff. There was a kickoff to restart play. Tristan Saylor driven backwards. One thing I'll say about Tristan Saylor is he seems to get driven backwards a lot. He's obviously still developing. As this kick goes down to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen's lined up by George. George rocks him backwards. Perfectly timed. Oh, a long way to go, UFC. I still stand by that you can't ride luck for 80 minutes. At some point, it has to swing around. A bounce of the ball has to go against them at some point. You can't just get lucky for 84 minutes. They've been going well for 50. It's got to swing at some point. Taken by Tristan Saylor. What a take at the back. Yeah, honestly, Broncos, you don't need Reece Walsh back. You've got a player there. You've got a fullback there in Tristan Saylor. Tackle 3. Broncos. Up to halfway on the 4th. Carrigan in midfield. 5th and last. Ezra Mann puts it high. Not a lot of distance on it, but it's high. It's tapped back. Munster has it. Feeds it off to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen taken down. And now a double tackle from Walters. And that's got to be a penalty to Melbourne, surely. And it is. Penalty to the Storm. Billy Walters has lost the plot. The kick into touch, just shy of the halfway line. Oh, the tap, the dummy from Remus Smith. Have you ever seen a dummy from a tap restart before? That's hilarious. Karma Chameleon in midfield. Melbourne. Tackle 2, 35 out from the Broncos line. Josh King just settles things down in midfield. Takes the tackle. Grant breaks away to Hughes. Will put the grubber kick in. The chip kick, sorry. And it's tapped dead by Selwyn Cobbo. A kick on like tackle 3. Ambitious stuff there from Jerome Hughes, but it turned the Broncos around. There was no fullback. There was no fullback there. And Selwyn Cobbo was not mucking about. He just smacked it dead. 25 minutes left. Ezra Mann with the restart. Taken. Will Warbrick moves forward, takes it on the full. King in midfield. 10 out. Melbourne. Grant, change of direction from Hughes. Change of direction again from Liero. They're a metre short. Tackle 3, Storm. Hughes in at first receiver, out to Munster. Munster, dummies inside, dummies outside. Goes on his own. Caught on tackle 4. Grant from dummy half. To King. To Hughes. Fires it out to Will Warbrick. Will Warbrick for the corner. Steps back in field. He's caught on 5th and last. Oh, just put the head down, Big Will. Hughes, crossfield kick. Looking for Coates again. It's tapped dead by the Broncos. It's another result for Melbourne. The Broncos surely cannot withstand this pressure for the remaining 24 minutes. Viking Axe, ahoy, mate. It's been all luck so far for this first 55 minutes. You can't possibly win a game on luck for a full 80. I refuse to believe that you can get lucky for a full 80 minutes. Hang on, that sounded like something completely different. Eventually your luck has to run out. I mean, Melbourne have just been so much more solid in every facet of the game, but the scoreboard at the moment. Karma Chameleon takes tackle 3. They're a metre short. Grant out to Hughes. Hughes to Pappenhausen. Cut out pass to Will Warbrick. And it's as easy as that. And that's what I'm talking about. Melbourne structuring their tries. Looking way more secure. It's just crazy. It's the craziest game I've ever seen. The Broncos shouldn't be anywhere near in this game. Melbourne are just rolling through them, and when they get in the range, they are scoring so easily. All the Broncos' tries have been against the run of play or a luck of bounce. Yeah. The Broncos have not structured one single try. There hasn't been a try off set piece at all tonight. It's crazy to think they're even in this. Melbourne, again, just through set piece, make it look like a training run, and they score the try so easily. 22 minutes to go. 24 points to 20. The Broncos still leading. Kick to come. Somehow. At some point, their luck has to run out. And the Storm should run away with this in the back end. But in fairness, I did say it would be close for about 60 minutes, and then the Storm run away with it. So extreme luck, your local business videos. Nick Meaney puts this one right down the middle. 24 points to 22. Just the missed conversion between the two of them. I mean, absolutely nobody can honestly sit there and say with a straight face Ezra Mam's try was not the arsiest thing they've ever seen in their life. You're all taking the piss if you say that was planned. That's what I mean by more arse than class. Broncos now slowing down the ruck ball. Very lucky to not give away a penalty. Oh, wait, Ashley Klein. Okay, no, it's not luck. Ashley Klein's not going to give a penalty against the Broncos. 21 minutes to go in this one. 2 points the difference. Just a missed conversion. That's all that stands between them. Gordo 313 says, love a bit of Pepperhausen on mistake. I'd love a little bit of Pappenhausen over the bloody try line is what I'd love. Fifth and last, Melbourne. Jerome Hughes puts it high. Not a lot of distance on the kick. It's going to fall for Melbourne, though. And now Will Warbrick's in space again. Gets the offload back to Hughes, and Hughes is caught 2 meters out from the line. Handover. Oh, now the Broncos guilty of not attacking and trying to catch that ball. Melbourne, no luck, though. No luck. Not like the Broncos had. Tackle 2 now. The Broncos under the pump still. 10 out from their own line. Walters, that's tapped down by Melbourne. That'll be 6 again. They're still 5 out from their own line, though. 0 tackle. Big defense from Melbourne. They want to keep them down here. Tackle 2. No penalties. The name of the game here for Melbourne. Ashley Klein will be looking for any little reason to blow one for his team. Carrigan in midfield. Takes it up to 40 out from their own line. Here comes Corey Oates. Corey Oates is on. Put him in playmaker. Put him in on the 7. Fifth and last, Broncos. On halfway, Billy Walters with the kick. Ezra Mam with the chase. Oh, spilled! And it falls for the Broncos again. More arse than class. The mistake at the back from Xavier Coates. They must score here. No, they spill it. The Broncos, Billy Walters. Billy Walters. Oh, what a goof. The try was begging there. The Broncos had about a 4,000 on 3 overlap to the left, and Billy Walters spills the ball. The biggest overlap of all time, and the Broncos have left it go begging. Wow. And now the Melbourne Storm come up with the error. The luck is, they're still right in the luck here, the Broncos. Corey Oates has just come on the field and forced the mistake in the tackle. A cheeky little 2-on-1 strip. A 2-on-1 strip. Corey Oates gets away with it. 17 and a half minutes to go. Ten meters out from the line. Broncos ball. They go to the right-hand side. There is Saylor. Saylor taken 10 out. 17 minutes left. This could be a huge set of 6. Tackle 2 in front of the post. Carrigan runs the decoy. Goes to Walters in at first receiver. Back it goes to Saylor. Saylor inside ball. Jordan Ricky's wrapped up. Tackle 3. 10 out from the line. Broncos. Carrigan to Walters. Out the back to Mam. Mam to Cobbo. Cobbo shrugs off one. Passes it to Arthurs, and Arthurs spills it with the try line wide open. All right, the luck has definitely run out now for the Broncos. The Broncos' luck has run out now. With 16 and a half minutes to go. They've had multiple opportunities to ask their way to this victory. And another simple drop ball with the line wide open. 12 points have gone begging for the Broncos in the past couple of minutes. Oh, Jesse Arthurs had hit him right on the chest as well. The pass was right on the chest. And now a penalty to Melbourne. Send him off. Jordan Ricky. A high tackle. Very lucky to still be on the field there, Jordan Ricky. $15 minutes to go. The kick to touch. 30 out from their own line here. Melbourne. Oh, there's 2 balls on the field. A second ball has fallen onto the field. Munster down the short side. Beats one. Some good meters there. Karma Chameleon. Huge run up the middle of the field. 30 out from the line now. Melbourne. Through the hands they go out to the right. Crash ball to Katoa. Wrapped up in midfield. Corey Oates, is it? Good tackle. Fifth and last. 10 out from the line. Grant goes short side. There's Munster. Munster puts it in over the top. And the Broncos come down with it. Oh, it's been stolen. That's a try for Cameron Munster. Oh, he's given a penalty to the Broncos. Of course he has. Ashley Klein's found a penalty for the Broncos here. In amongst Cameron Munster's try. There's no tackle. He pilfers the ball and scores. There's no tackle been made. There's no tackle. Cameron Munster's taken the ball one-on-one. Oh, Ashley Klein, take the jersey off, mate. Take the jersey off, Ashley. We know that you love your Broncos, mate, but at least try. Through the hands now, Cobbo, space again. This time he goes on his own, Cobbo. Back inside to Jesse Arthurs, and Arthurs is wrapped up 10 metres out. This game is just going end to end. Oh, the crossfield kick, it's wobbly, and it's taken by Coates, and we've got a penalty. No, we don't. What was I hearing? I heard a whistle. Oh, I did, yeah, of course, because Ashley Klein's found a penalty for his beloved Broncos. Melbourne get the ball back, but Sir Brisbane Ashley finds a penalty. This game is just... He's lost all control as Ashley Klein. He's lost all control of this game. Do they take the 2? They are gonna... Are they taking the 2? Yes, they are. Here comes the kicking tee. Here comes the kicking tee. They're gonna take the 2. Probably on Ashley Klein's advice. A simple conversion here. Jeez, I tell you what, I'm an advocate for taking the 2. But I would not have taken the 2 here. This is one situation I would have knocked back the 2. Oh, jeez! He almost missed it. Tony Staggs did his utmost best to miss that. It's only just gone through. He did his best to miss it. Wow. That was so close. That was so close to such a big miss. 26-22. 10 minutes 48 to go. Melbourne get the restart. Ashley Klein moved the posts. Wouldn't surprise me. They're being carried home here, the Broncos, on the back of a lot of luck. And Ashley Klein wearing his Broncos jersey under the referee's outfit. Isn't it enough that they get 400 home games every season? Do we have to have the referees on their side as well? Jeez. Pappenhausen with it at the back. Coates. DJ Shack says, Dan, was Ricky at the very least placed on report? Yes, he was. He was placed on report. Storm up over halfway. On tackle 4. Hughes to Karma Chameleon. That's where the play will end. Karma Chameleon doesn't have a pass in him. That's what I'm implying there. Munster puts it high. It's a high looper. Taken at the back, no pressure. Good tackle, though, from Katoa. Oh, it was a swinging arm straight to the chin, DJ Shack. I'm stunned it wasn't 10 in the bin. Absolutely stunned. Eight minutes 40 to go. Broncos up over the 40. On tackle 4, Carrigan. Dummies, goes on his own, Carrigan. Wrapped up. Fifth and last, inside their own half here. Broncos. It goes to Mam. Mam, he's going to run it. Cut out pass to Cobbo. Cobbo bumps off one. Puts the kick in, and now the Storm have it in great field position here. Fabulous field position. Wrong option there from Cobbo. Up over halfway. Tyron Wishart's on. I wonder who Wishart's on for. Grant goes to King. King takes tackle 4. They're on the attack again. Grant from dummy half. Hughes in midfield. Out the back to Munster. Munster with the short ball. It nearly opens up for Melbourne again. 5th and last. Quick play the ball. Down the blind side they go. Pappenhausen with the grubber kick in. It's going to be tapped dead by Tristan Saylor. It's a result for the Storm. 7.5 minutes to go. Broncos will go short, surely, with the restart. Melbourne with the ball. Karma Chameleon in midfield. Tackle 3. 12 out. This is their chance. Melbourne. 4th. 2 meter short. Crash ball. The crash ball. They're over the line. They're held up. Solid defense from the Broncos. Oh, Wishart's pretty confident. It's going up as no try. Wishart seems convinced. Is he telling Porky Pies? Wishart is putting the house on the fact that he has scored this. Is he telling Porkies? I feel like he might be. How has he possibly got this down? Well, you can't award that. It's gone up as no try. I'm afraid that can't be awarded. We need another angle. This could be the angle. No. Oh. He was extremely confident, Wishart. This has gone up as no try, so it's going to be very hard to overturn. This will be very... It's gone up as no try, remember. So it's going to be... Oh, there's the ball on the ground. There it is on the ground. There is the ball on the ground. That it will be a try. There it is, clearly grounded. That's the camera angle. That's the smoking gun. Try for Melbourne. We're all locked up. Oh, that must be the most painful try that Ashley Klein's ever awarded in his career. That must have hurt Ashley Klein in the Hartle region so badly to have had to award that one. He did his absolute best. Tyron Wishart, he's not telling Porky Pies. How can they say that's a try, Michelle? The goddamn camera angle we just saw with the ball on the ground. Are you kidding me? Please tell me where you buy these extremely one-eyed glasses from. I need some for Sharks games. I really badly need some for the next Sharks game. Because I'm so down on my own team. I need to learn from you guys. I need to learn to support my own team so one-eyed. From just to the left of the post, the conversion's over, and Melbourne lead this game 28-26, and Bellamy's up. Bellamy's gone. Craig Bellamy is up, and he is off. I wonder if he's going down to the sideline. 5 minutes left in this one. Melbourne lead 28-26. Good Lord, do the Broncos go short here with the restart? Remember, the Broncos have not scored one single try off structured play. It will be hard for them to steal a win. Saylor puts it out on the full. Penalty on halfway. Tristan Saylor puts it out on the full. 5 minutes to go. Penalty on halfway here for the Storm. I mean, not a penalty. No, sorry, penalties out. There's no penalties anymore. It's a play the ball. My apologies. My apologies. There's no penalties anymore for the short restarts not going the 10 or going out on the full. But it's still Melbourne Storm ball. That's my bad, that. I should know that rule by now. Up over halfway, though. Go Melbourne. Hughes to Munster. Munster shows and goes. On the outside goes Reema Smith into space. Brought down by Katoni Staggs. Munster coming into the game big time now. Munster, it took him a while. Hughes in midfield. Feeds it to Katoa. Tackle 4 now, Melbourne. Karma Chameleon. 5th and last. They're 10 metres out here, Melbourne. Just go to ground. Keep Brisbane down here, I would say. Hughes puts it high. Crossfield kick. They're going to compete for it. Coates gets the kick in. It's going to sit up for Jerome Hughes. And Jerome Hughes scores the match winner. Melbourne extend their lead. Ashley Klein has no choice but to suck it up and award that one. And Melbourne go 32 points to 26. Kick to come. You can only ride your luck so far. You can only ride luck so far. Let's see. Coates gets the kick in. Off the shins. Try for Jerome Hughes, the match winner. Melbourne have found a way. You cannot ride luck for 80 minutes. It's as simple as that. There was no plausible way the Broncos were going to be able to ride that for the full game. They never looked like scoring a try unless it was off a bollocks bounce of the ball or against the run of play. They scored not one single try off structured piece. They have absolutely no right to be as close as they are, in all honesty. You can't ride it for 80 minutes, and Melbourne have finally it opened up, and Melbourne have come through. Nick Meaney from right beside the posts. Over it goes, and Melbourne have covered the line as it stands right now. We just need Ryan Papenhuyzen. Can Papenhuyzen break away in the last 3 minutes and score a try? Can we have another Justin Olam moment? All the Broncos supporters in the chat room were very quick to arc up at me. But I said, you can't ride luck for 80 minutes. It just can't be done. Anyway, I better not speak because the Broncos have got the ball back and there's 3 minutes left. Broncos ball, 30 out from the line. I better not say too much too soon. There's still 3 minutes left in this one. 8 points the difference. Carrigan in midfield. The short pass to Fletcher Baker. Broncos, Carrigan again in at first receiver. Out the back to Walters. Crash ball. Almost over. Goes Corey Oates. Set restart. And Broncos are over. The Broncos are over. El Gigante has scored with 2.5 minutes to go. That takes the margin away. 34-30, the kick to come from right beside the post. With 2.5 minutes to go, they're going to have a full set of 6 here, the Broncos. They will have one full set of 6 to win this game. El Gigante has scored the try. Stags puts the conversion over, 34-32. 2 minutes left. The Broncos have one set. Melbourne will kick this deep, and there will be one set for the Broncos to get within 2-point drop goal range. Who's going to take it, though? Who is going to take the 2-point field goal? With Reynolds off the field, who's going to take it? Who's going to step up? Two minutes 20 to go. James says he's a good player, El Gigante. I mean, he scored that try, but I haven't seen anything yet, to be honest. He was pretty much non-existent for the most part up until then. The ball is trapped. Broncos have it. 15 out from their own line. 2 minutes. One set. Can the Broncos pull off a miracle? He's a New South Welshman. Oh, quality player. Superstar of the future. No, he's big, but I haven't seen anything from him that suggests anything. Saylor through the hands now. Broncos, Stags. Tries to get on the outside. He's dragged into touch, Stags. Passes it back in. Pappenhausen. It's a penalty, Broncos. Oh, Ashley Klein's found a way. Ashley Klein has found a way to keep his team in this. Stags puts it into touch. 1.5 minutes to go. 40 out from the line. Ashley Klein found a way. Oh, Melbourne needed to realise they can't give Ashley Klein any opportunity to put the whistle in the mouth. A full set of 6 incoming. On the attack, 20 metres out. The Broncos could still steal this one. 1 minute to go. Ashley Klein is going to find a way to give a penalty right in front of the posts at any moment. Rest assured. Melbourne have to keep their discipline up here. Carrigan in midfield, out to Mam. They've got numbers out to the left here, the Broncos. Saylor steps, stays in field, passes back to Mam. Mam's got it in midfield on tackle 4. 48 seconds to go. Discipline, the name of the game. Ashley Klein really wants to blow one. Walters, cut out pass. Ricky, taken on tackle 5. This is it. The game is in the balance right now. This is the ball game. 30 seconds to go. Crossfield kick. It's perfectly played. Oh, it's a little too deep, actually. And Will Warbrick takes it on the full, and that's the game. Will Warbrick, I thought the kick was perfectly placed when it left the boot, but it was too deep, and Will Warbrick takes it on the full and wins the game now for Melbourne. I get my cash back because any leg fails. 12 seconds to go. The last play of the game. Melbourne with the victory. It really had no right to be as close as it was. In all honesty, it really had no right at all to be as close as it was. The Broncos, not one single try of structured set-piece play. It had absolutely no right to be as close as it was. Great game, though, James. Absolutely. Great game. Brisbane, more us than class. But, look, at the end of the day, you make your own luck. That's a saying all through sport. You make your own luck, and credit to the Broncos for making their own luck. It happens. It happens in sport. They had no right to be in that game. Melbourne were just rampaging up the middle all game. The Broncos, though, just held on. They held on. I can't even remember, in all honesty. I don't know if it ever happened. I don't think it ever happened that Brisbane had an attacking play inside Melbourne's 20-metre line. It was all against the run of play or off kicks. Melbourne should have won that game quite comfortably. So it's a testament to Brisbane's defence that they were actually even in that come the end of the game. Crazy stuff. James says, El Gigante, give him a Blues jersey. Oh, come on. Come on now, James. John says, John Vanden Heuvel says the ref should be sacked. John, I've been saying that about Ashley Klein for about 5 years. I have been saying for years that Ashley Klein is out of his depth. Doesn't belong. Why? Honestly, Ashley Klein, one of the worst referees ever. Ever. No matter who you go for, one of the worst referees ever. I don't understand how he has a job. I know it's a difficult job. In fairness, being a sports referee, I'm sure, is a very, very difficult job. But he is just awful. Butler's worse? Yes. I agree, James. I agree. Butler is awful. Let's face it, they're all pretty bad, aren't they? I mean, Sutton's terrible. Klein's terrible. Butler's terrible. They're actually all pretty bad when you think about it. The girl ref is good. She just needs to be able to keep up. She can't keep up, is the thing, James. She can't keep up with the play. That's the only problem. Which one was that, Michelle? Which try was that? Attacking play inside the 20. Because I didn't say it didn't happen. I said I can't remember one. All their tries were completely against the run of play. First try was off an intercept. They scored the try off the kick that Melbourne let bounce, and it went straight into Ezra Mam's ball sack. Or banana pouch. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I don't remember. Melbourne dominated that game. It should never have been that close. Defunct says we need players to be refs. The experience is so necessary. I'd actually, yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's interesting how it's interesting how players don't go on to be refs for the most part. You would almost think, okay, there would be natural pathways, wouldn't there? Referees. I mean, actually, I'll tell you what. Brandy Alexander had the greatest call of all time. Hang on, let's swing over to the chat room. Here is the Melbourne Storm have won this game, but Brandy Alexander on SEN does a podcast style thing with Cameron Smith and Vossi. And Brandy made the best call. They were talking about the obstructions, right? So obviously the obstructions are in the news at the moment, yeah? So Brandy Alexander on this podcast legitimately and literally said to Cameron Smith, so Cameron, in your experiences as a referee, Vossi absolutely lost his bollocks laughing. He thought that was the most hilarious thing ever. Cameron, in your experience as a referee... And even Cameron Smith had to have a chuckle at that. But props to Brandy for the humour, calling out referee Cameron Smith. But anyways, yeah, we were talking about... It's interesting. A lot of players don't go on to be referees. And I wonder why, because it seems like a natural pathway. We've seen it. We see it a lot in the rugby union, actually. DJ Shack's probably on the ball for this one. I know that there are definitely substandard players that have gone on to become quite successful referees in rugby union. In the rugby league, though, it doesn't seem to happen all that much. And it's interesting because that you would think that would be the path, a natural pathway, if you're interested in that. If you want to put yourself through that, and I suppose. But then I guess by the time players retire, they're retiring because they can't necessarily or don't want to keep up with the impact and the speed of the game. So, I mean, it's underappreciated, I think, as how fit you would have to be as a referee. So maybe by the time the players stop playing because they love playing first and foremost, that's probably got a lot to do with it. They love playing first and foremost. So play the game first. It's too late by the time. I don't know. Maybe that could be something to consider. Junior Lutz says Munster should be in the bin for the Reynolds tackle. What was the referee up to? Munster in the bin for the Reynolds tackle? The Broncos were very lucky to not have at least 2 players in the bin tonight. Of course I'm streaming tomorrow night, Michelle. And since it's not a Broncos game, you might not have your maroon and yellow glasses on like you had in the chat room tonight. So who is playing tomorrow? What is happening tomorrow? This is the question. Bulldogs, Roosters, Knights, Dragons. Wow, the Knights Dragons get the Friday night primetime spot. That's an interesting one. Bulldogs, Roosters, Knights, Dragons. Interesting. Hang on. What did I say? I got that wrong, didn't I? I said that the wrong way around. Bulldogs, Roosters, Knights, Dragons. No, I got it right. I think. I don't know. Whew. Whoa, there goes the microphone. There we go. That's better. Don't forget Sunday. Waste of Water Sports pre-game. Myself and the Old Panther doing the Generations podcast. Any questions? Any topics? Hashtag ask. We need a hashtag. Hashtag ask Old Panther. Hashtag Ask Old Panther could be the thing. So we are going to be covering rule changes. We're going to be talking about the goal line dropout rules that have changed for this season. We're going to be talking about the obstruction rules that have changed for this season. And we're going to be talking about the potential kickoff being removed from the game. I can't see that it will ever happen. Surely it won't happen. But we'll be discussing all that in the pre-game Waste of Water Sports Generations podcast Sunday pre-game. So if you've got any questions that you would like to ask of the Old Panther, the Old Panther is like a fountain of rugby league history knowledge. So if you've got any questions that you would like, any topics you would like us to discuss related to rugby league, UFC, got to make sure I throw that in there. But ask Old Panther and put that in. I don't know where to put it. Put it in the comments of this video after I end, I suppose. That's probably the way to go. After I sign off, yeah, post it in the comment section of this video, I guess. And we'll find it. All right, Western World of Sports. That game was a lot closer than it really deserved to be. But it is what it is. And Melbourne, a win's a win. They'll take it. I'm going to have some chicken wings. I've got some chicken wings waiting for me. Buffalo chicken wings, honey soy chicken wings, smoky barbecue chicken wings, Portuguese dry rub chicken wings. They're all out there waiting for me. So that's where I'm headed. Thank you so much, Western World of Sports, for your company tonight. A big shout out to all the channel members. I've got to shout you out all individually. Otherwise, it's just not right. It's just not worth it. James, the top super chatter, but only just. I tell you what, James, you're getting some pressure from Rod. Rod from the Philippines. Throwing in those super chats every stream. He's catching you. James, the top super chatter at the moment, though. Justo, the orchestrator. The knee crumbler. Rod. Richard J. Dustin Fisher. Who's your caddy? J. Joe. Casper Guri. Robert M. Mr. Ed's Dead. Bobsy. Kelly. DJ Shack. And D Funk. And, of course, the new channel members. There were some new ones tonight. Gamer Mel, I know, was... and Sports Vault, of course. Sports Vault, of course, joined, and Gamer Mel rejoined. So, okay, I've got to try and remember this. Sports Vault, Newcastle. Gamer Mel, Melbourne, obviously. And Gamer Mel's still set up. Yeah, where are we going to fit you in? The field is looking very, very stacked at the moment, yeah? The field, very, very stacked right now. Where are we going to fit you in? We'll find a way. We'll find a way. All right, Wasted World of Sports. Thank you so much for your company as always. Sports Vault, I'm gonna make a holy Jesus. Okay. If anyone was here for the post stream the other night, you know my setup, and you know that over here, whenever I look off screen, there's a replay screen that's slightly delayed to the main screen. Well, anyways, I've left that running, and over there is a very young Dally Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans, of course, his club record is coming up against the Panthers this weekend, and I have honestly never seen Cherry Evans with that much hair. It's a mop protruding from the top of his head. Well, I can't talk, but I've never seen anything quite like it. It was really distracting. Anyway, all right, Wasted World Sports, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you for joining us here for this random bollocks. It definitely was one of my most biased streams, I admit. I have teams that I go through moments of disliking, and tonight I had my call, and I mean, look, I think I was correct. I just exaggerated it. In fairness, I wasn't completely wrong. I did purposely exaggerate it a fair bit, though. I will admit to that. Anyway, happy that we got through, and the result came through in the end. And yeah, we'll see what tomorrow brings. Wasted World of Sports, thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Yes, cheers. Oh, and then WrestleMania this weekend as well. Oh, yes. How am I going to fit this all in? How are we going to fit in WrestleMania and all the footy? Oh, well, Future Dan's problem. Future Dan's problem. That one. Catch you next time. Cheers.
World of Sports, eh?
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack. Ahoy! He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.